I saw that comment and I did this. Talk to me nicely. Ritik sir has commented on my dance. She's like a Google queen. Na? So, moon kitne mein jayega? Ask Google. So many who have experienced cinema through Film Companion and through you. So thank you for everything that you've done through Film Companion.
Vicky, welcome back to Film Companion.
Thank you.
And I have to tell you, this is a slightly emotional interview for me because this is the last one I'm doing in the studio here for Film Companion. And I'm thrilled it's you.
I am so thrilled that this last interview of yours for Film Companion, and I'm sitting here because my first ever interview, and I've told you this also, that my first ever interview, not just as an actor, like first time ever I've given an interview for any reason, it was by you. So I am so thrilled that this is happening.
I have to tell you, but why I'm so thrilled. Because, of course, I think you're an amazing actor.
Thank you.
And I've said this to you before, that watching you soar has been such a highlight of the last 9 years. You know, I love how you've succeeded because you're so good at what you do. But also, and I think this might be unprofessional for a film critic to say, but also, I have great affection for you. You know?
I take huge pride in that.
Because I feel, and we met in Cannes, right, with Masan 2015.
Yes.
I've always felt, Vicky, ki acha banda hai. And that's never changed, despite the success and the fame and the stardom and all of it. And so I want to start by little bit delving into that. Because you said to me, the last time we talked was like, I think about a year ago.
Yes.
And you said to me, niyat saaf honi chahiye. Right? And the other person who said that to me is Diljit. He's always said ki niyat saaf ho, to acha hi hota hai. Right? But then there's Irfan, the great Irfan, who said that lots of people will tell you that you have to be a good person to be a good actor, but that's not true. So in your head, Vicky, what is the correlation between being a good human being and being a good actor?
I don't think I want to correlate the two. For me,
it's not a requirement.
It's not. No, the thing is, for me, I am because I don't try to be a good person to be a good actor. I try to be a good person because that's my priority. I could fail as an actor, but I don't want to fail there. So for me, the real meaning of success is कि रात को when I go to bed is my conscience clear and मुझे नींद अच्छी आ रही है कि नहीं.
But you ask yourself that every day?
No, not ask me because मुझे नींद बहुत अच्छी आ रही है. तो मुझे पता है कि मेरी
सब ठीक ही है.
हाँ, सब ठीक ही है. So I think मुझे personally ऐसा लगता भी है that to be a good actor आपको एक अच्छा इंसान होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. But that could not be a general truth. I don't know, but it's my truth. मुझे ऐसा लगता है, it helps me when I feel like, you know, I don't know, just like if I feel like in my conscience I was good to people and everything in terms of as a human being I was okay, then बाकी तो काम ऊपर नीचे चलता रहेगा and you know 1 star 5 star चलते रहेंगे.
But you feel, Vicky, ki if that conscience wasn't clear and if you think it would impact on the acting?
I guess so. I don't know. I guess so. But it's not, see, the thing is, that's always been my precursor even when I was a student, even when I was not in the industry or whatever. It's just been कि यार हाँ यार वो एक रखना है. बाकी तो देखते हैं क्या होता है लाइफ में. एवरीथिंग एल्स इज कि आप जितनी मेहनत करते हो, जितना अपने टैलेंट पे काम करते हो, स्किल पे काम करते हो, एवरीथिंग एल्स इज ऑल्सो कोरिलेटेड टू दैट एज वेल, नॉट जस्ट दिस. बट दिस फॉर मी इज अ वे ऑफ लाइफ. You know, to just be happy with myself, to just be okay with myself, that's a basic requirement.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to sexier things like Tauba. अच्छाई की बहुत बात हो गई. Listen, you are amazing. Okay, it looks like you're gliding on water in that song. How did this immense like dancing talent suddenly come out?
बहुत सालों से अंदर बैठा हुआ था एंड आई एम जस्ट ग्लैड कि मुझे अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली वो करने की.
मतलब पता था कि एक दिन ऐसा डांस करना है?
नहीं, पता नहीं था कि ऐसा हो जाएगा मुझसे. पर ये पता था कि करने की कोशिश करनी है मुझे, कि मुझे ऐसा कुछ करना है. हाँ. Like you, if you ask like Anurag sir or whoever knows me from like Gangs of Wasseypur days and they've seen me as an AD, they know कि मेरे अंदर कितना डांस करने की वो खुजली थी. So they were very happy. Finally, they were messaging कि यार finally okay. But I'm very glad that this team came together. Amrit, the producer, Karan Johar, they kind of decided to make the song, and Karan Aujla then came into the act.
He's so good. Both of you, of course, Tripti is stunning, but you have such great chemistry with him.
Yeah, I love him. He's like my brother, and I love his music.
Yeah.
And I was very, very glad that he had this song for us, and we collaborated on this. And then, of course, credit to Bosco as well, who's choreographed the song, Santa, who shot it. In fact, I also want to say Manani, who's done the production design, because I feel like the sets look amazing in the song. So, to everybody coming together, and I'm glad that people have responded.
But tell me, what does it take? Because I saw the making of, which obviously does not reveal, like, kitni mehnat lagti hai to get those legs to move like that.
Can I reveal something? It's actually not a tough step.
Really?
Yeah, when I saw it for the first time, I was like, ये मुझसे तो नहीं होगा.
हाँ, फिर?
But then उन्होंने बोला, this 1, 2, 3. मैंने कहा ये तो हो गया. कहते हाँ. So it's just like, that's how just Bosco taught me कि ये ऐसे हो जाएगा. It's actually not a difficult step. But yeah, I think I love, it's the first time I got to do that kind of style of dance, which was a little bit more like swaggy and kind of like classy. So it was good fun. And
then Hrithik is saying, but that must be like the Michelin star equivalent, no?
नहीं वो उससे भी ऊपर Oscar है मेरे लिए. You know what I did? I was in the car, and suppose this is my phone, and I was out from an event, and I just read that message, and I saw that comment, and I did this. I just threw my phone on the seat next to me. I was like,
बस
अब हो गया. अब मेरा हो गया. Like, I was just like, talk to me nicely. Hrithik sir has commented on my dance. I really, it really means a lot to me. He's like, I've been one of those kids who, when Kahuna Pyara come, and ever since then, I've just admired him too much. Not just for his dancing, not just for anything, just for the sheer hard work that he gives into his art, and the hunger that he has for his work is just, I really feel very inspired by.
Yeah. But you had also told me, speaking about hard work and hunger, that Katrina's the other one who works like a beast on dance and action. You had told me that she's, like, the diet changes several months before the sequence has to be shot. Every move is perfected. So what conversations did the two of you have about Tauba?
The biggest relief was when she approved of that song. She's like, that's good. I was like, shukar hai. But what she keeps telling me is, कि जब तू dance करता है, she loves to see me dancing when I'm like, I'm a Bharati dancer. मैं trained dancer नहीं हूँ. मैंने बारातों में dance किया. हाँ. तो कह रहे, I love to see you getting carried away in a song. But that's in real life when the cameras are not rolling. But when the cameras are rolling, you need to know when to preserve that energy, when to give away, how much expression to give away. I get carried away because I start enjoying too much. So this time she was very happy because I held it back in terms of expression and in terms of the attitude, and so she was talking on those lines rather than just dancing and all. She's like, yeah, the dancing is great and all, but I'm happier on that front.
Like, it's strategic dancing.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you've kept it cool. I was like, okay.
How many days of rehearsal?
4.
Wow.
Yeah, 4. I wanted more, but
but you got it in 4 days.
4 days somehow, yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
4 days, yeah.
Okay, and tell me about the art of creating comedy, right? You sort of nailed tragedy with the first film, with Ye Dukh Kai Khatam Nahi Hota, right? You nailed action with Uri and How's the Josh. I think the climax of Sardar Udham is just the most gut-wrenching 40 minutes or so of cinema that I've seen in years, right? But what is the art of making a joke land?
To be honest, I'm still figuring it out. And I don't think
it's very complicated, no?
It's very tricky. It's a little like, because as actors, we always have this hunger ki aur kya kar do? And that sometimes I feel comes in the way of comedy. Because that overthinking, the over-analysis of ki, acha yaar, this is the moment, this is the script, and this is... So, like, that's why I feel like actors like Diljit, Akshay sir, I don't think they think. They just flow with comedy, and that's why they're so good with comedy. I don't think, like, I'm cultivating that ease with each film that I attempt in the comedy genre. In this film, in Bad Newz, I was very happy to have Anand Tiwari with me because I think he's an actor and a director who has a strong grip on comedy himself in real life and also in performance or script writing or whatever. So I was totally surrendering myself to him. I literally sometimes would say ki, Anand, tu kaise bolega? Just tell me what the beat would be. So not in terms of how to do it, but just the beat of it, just the rhythm of it. Sometimes the comic thing in the line is that rhythm with which you drop it.
Where you deliver the punchline.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So sometimes I would really fall back on his judgment. Ki, you tell me that. This is what is coming naturally to me, but maybe that's not the right thing. So for me, in this film, it was just Anand and just following. But I think with comedy, it will take me a few films to kind of actually be confident of it. I'm trying to figure it out, and that's what my hunger in doing comedy films is. To kind of get that hang of...
So in a sense, are you more comfortable with more intensity and drama?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I am.
And it's amazing that...
Comedy में ना मेरा वो pressure आ जाता है कि jokes सुना, jokes ही खत्म हो जाते हैं मेरे, make me laugh. And you're just like... So that's what happens with me, naturally.
Yeah.
I try to not take it on set because on set, like, I try to not think about all these things. But that's my truth, like inner truth is what I'm sharing.
Yeah. But listen, the good thing is that the trailer is very funny.
That's all.
Right? I love the fourth wall breaking.
Yeah.
I love that he introduces himself as @ Akhil Chadda.
Yeah.
Which is very cute. And of course the line about Man Marziyan, which is a film I loved. Yeah. Tell me, in the spectrum of Punjabi men in Hindi cinema, if Vicky from Man Marziyan, who does Fyar, is at one end, where is Akhil Chadda?
Akhil Chadda is somewhere in the middle of Robbie and Vicky Sandhu from Man Marziyan. So Akhil Chadda is somewhere in the middle, who is sensitive to, see, the thing is, Vicky Sandhu was just oblivious.
Yeah.
He just didn't know anything deeper than a few layers. This guy, if you make him aware of that depth, he will reach there.
He gets it.
He gets it from the word go. But he's not there. He's a touch and go. But once he comes to know, then he will be like, okay, yeah, now I get it. So he's open to all of that. He's not. And Vicky Sandhu was very commitment phobic. This guy is just like, he wants to make a commitment, like overcommit to things.
Right.
Like he's like, वो प्यार करता है और सीधे मंडप पे बैठ जाता है वो. He's that kind of a guy. Yeah.
And hopefully when he gets more evolved, he gets to Robbie level.
Yeah, I guess. It'll take a few years for Akhil Chadda to get to Robbie level.
But talk, Vicky, about this comfort that you have with Anand, right? You also, he directed you in Love Per Square Foot. You've talked about how he is like family, as is the producer, Amrit. Yeah. What does that comfort do for an actor and a director? Because Ranbir's also talked about how you have to basically be in love with each other.
Yeah.
But does it provide like a safety net, or can it ever become too comfortable?
No, I think it always helps. I've never felt that it's gone to an extent where I feel now it's become too comfortable.
You don't take it for granted?
No. I think with Anand, especially during Love Per Square Foot, I think we formed a bond which was just very special, and it was family-like. Like we are really super thick as friends and as like a group. And I think when we are on a film set, I don't know, there's this ease, there's this trust in each other's instincts. Like we know sometimes, like, that thing where like he says cut and I know what he's want, and I know he's going to ask for one more and what it's going to be for. If I'm not being able to crack something, or something is not working or pursuing, he won't, like, I won't even have to say, and he'll know ki yaar kya ho raha hai, mujhe bata, ye hai. So there's this comfort which really helps in that collaborative experience.
And can you experiment more as an actor? Because so. He'll give you that.
That happens in any case, I feel. But over here, yes, you're like, you don't even have a single thought before wanting to experiment a little more. somewhere else you might end up experimenting, but there'll be a thought कि यार कर लूँ क्या, अच्छा ये बात कर लेता हूँ मैं एक बार. यहाँ पे वो फॉर्मेलिटी नहीं है, you know, कि यार हाँ let's यार मुझे थोड़ा टाइम दे दे यार, ये इसको थोड़ा और करते हैं, like, you know, let's just do it for 5-6 takes. I know I'll warm up to that. I'll need a warming up or whatever it is. There's no like, there's nothing that I need to prove, or like he knows my truth. So, and that is a big plus for me.
And he would always be able to be objective in terms of your performance. He'd be able to tell you like, no, this is, or see that this is not good.
100%. 100%.
So the friendship doesn't come in the way of sort of
Not
that objectivity.
No, not at all. Not at all. Oh, if I may say, it only enhances it.
Really?
Yeah. Because there's literally no formality or that thing ki yaar, actor, director, whatever. It's just like, it literally feels like we've come and we're gonna, like, you know, the next 12 hours we're just working together and we need to get something good out of it. Yeah.
You know, and people always talk about, like, Shah Rukh says that you know, I want to work with people I like, because I don't want to spend a few years of my life with people who are not, you know, not on the same wavelength or whatever. Is that something that matters to you, Vicky?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you would, if there was a great role but a director like you weren't 100% like
no,
in
I still
love
give
with...
my 100%, but the thing is...
कितना percentage love होना चाहिए?
लव का क्या है परसेंटेज, लव जितना हो जाए वो कम ही है, उसमें आप क्या ये कर लोगे, you know, there's no this thing where you can stop it कि यार इतना ठीक है.
हाँ, नहीं, but what is the minimum you need to be able to work with someone?
100.
तो कोई irritating बंदे के साथ हो ही नहीं सकता.
नहीं हो जाएगा, पर फिर वो होगा कि चलो ठीक है यार, अब तू अपने काम पे ध्यान दे, just like यार अब करते जाओ, you focus on your work and not let that not affect it. But luckily that's not happened till now, and I hope it doesn't ever happen, because then it'll be a little bit of a tough task.
It is, no?
हाँ, मतलब आप वो तो हो ही जाएगा, because there's a lot that of the making of a film demands from you. Yeah. You know, it's not just those 12 hours. It's like a phase in life which is just dedicated to that character, that world building that we are trying to do. So it's that kind of a commitment to that team also. So वो प्यार और वो तो होना जरूरी है. Yeah, because sometimes that's why for me it's important whenever I start a new film, before going on floor, at least a month every day I'm meeting that director and I'm just spending time. It's not like workshop or like we'll read lines, nothing. I just want to...
You're just hanging.
From anywhere between half an hour to 2 hours to any time, like every day I want to spend time with you. To just chat, to just know you, to just see your vision, what exactly are you thinking, what doesn't work for you, what works for you. And for that 1 month, we'll just discuss what we are trying to create. So when you go on floors, there's a lot of kind of already that chemistry, that kind of, you know, we know about each other in that sense.
But has it ever happened that in that 1 month you love a little less?
नहीं, वो बढ़ा ही है. It's always gone up only. That's all. Yeah.
What do you do on the night before a big scene? Let's say you have like a big, you know, sequence the next day. What are you doing the night before?
Just do my lines.
But Katrina says you have the biggest ease with lines. You're done in like 4 minutes.
हाँ, मतलब
you know that story she told me.
No, I'm able to. Yeah, so I saw that. But I can learn lines quickly. I don't have a problem with that. But then what I'll do is I'll just keep saying the lines while doing different things. I mean, that's like an exercise. Like I'll just do... one thing I do with a very dramatic, emotional scene, for instance, and it's a big monologue, is that take the pressure off that, oh, kal bahut bada scene hai. And sometimes I ask the director to not have that vibe on set, that ki, shh. Sometimes people go like, hey, come on, it's an important scene. I was like, no, every scene is important.
Right.
Just because I'm crying, let's not make it a big... this thing that ki, oh, it's an important scene because it's 5 pages of dialogues. I have to cry, or, you know, so let's not... It's just another scene. It's just another emotion. Hawa mat banao. Because wo hawa will come in the way of the work. It won't let me flow as an actor. So if that eases on set, then it helps me. And dusra, just being very, very familiar with the lines. Like those lines just have to be like... So literally when I'm doing that scene, it has to just be like emotions. I want to be with the emotion. So the lines are just flowing. So that's the only...
So the night before, you're saying the lines while doing other things. Like what? Showering,
eating, walking around, doing anything. If I'm in the gym, sometimes just on the treadmill, or I'll just do the lines.
And are you speaking it loudly?
A little bit like murmuring, with not like
So you look like you're talking
the
to
other
yourself.
person going like, what's wrong with them? But yeah, a little bit this. And sometimes what happens is वो rhythm टूटता है, and you get like new kind of pauses in the text, and because what happens if you read it in your mind is you form a template, like you fix it. So I just try to break it till I reach on set. So I've not fixed anything in my head.
And then what comes out, comes out.
Comes out. Then I'm reacting to my co-actors. Then I'm reacting to my set, everything, the mahal on set, that world that we are in. Then I'm just reacting to that.
Interesting.
Yeah, fun.
Fun. Yeah.
I really like it.
Then it's like it's homework.
Yeah. I get very charged. I feel like, okay, this will be fun. Like let's see where it goes.
Yeah.
Because I also don't know. I might just screw it all, or it might just come out well. So you don't know.
So are you one of those actors who can do this take in the same way twice? Or is every take different?
No. Sometimes it's different, but I can manage to do.
So you
the
can
same
nail
thing.
your beats and say, okay,
Yeah.
I can, like if he says there was a tech issue and do it again,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can do exactly the same thing if the director asks for it.
Yeah.
Pretty
I
much.
think so, yeah.
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 So utna technique is there, because like Rishi sir always used to say that like, I can't, I'm not that actor.
Yeah.
You know, so it all comes out in the first 2 takes and then...
I think it depends on the scene as well, but more often than this thing, I can. I can. It's never come in the way that, अच्छा नहीं हो पाएगा वो वापस repeat. हो जाता है.
हो जाता.
Yeah.
So, Vicky, I was doing research for this and I was watching interviews of yours, and you said in one that your biggest fear right now is that you'll start to take things for granted.
Yeah.
And you said that it's scary because that's a very slippery slope. It's not an immediate thing.
Yeah.
You know, धीरे
Yeah, you realize it much later. कि ये हो गया है.
कि हो गया, and somewhere you slipped and you didn't even know.
Yeah.
But how do you not take things for granted when you become as successful as you have?
I think it starts with being aware of it. कि ऐसा हो सकता है. That also helps. And secondly, I think for me, it's important to be scared when I'm getting into a project, that will I be able to do it or not. I need to have that feeling in any film I do. If that character or the work in that like phase where I'm getting into that film doesn't scare me, that's a big reminder of that thought. कि यार easy लग रहा है क्या? You know, so वो एक ना awareness is what helps me.
Yeah.
And that's what I try to. Sometimes it's the genre, like Bad Newz. That fear factor for me was comedy.
Right.
Okay, just be. Chaava mein it was the responsibility, action, the other things involved, which I can talk at length later. But उसमें एक अलग तरीके का fear था. Sam was to portray Sam Manekshaw, that big responsibility and all of that. So I just need some fear factor when I get into a film to make sure that I am not getting complacent. I'm not getting like easy, chill about it. Yeah.
Because something like Bad Newz, right? On the face of it, it would feel like, okay, this is easy breezy.
Chill, yeah.
Right? Because it's an easy breezy film. It's attempting very clearly to entertain us.
Yeah,
it's not
it
trying
is.
to do, it's
It
just
is.
giving you a good time,
Yeah.
right?
And also on set, we had a great time.
Yeah.
It's not like there was tense or anything. We were laughing, and Amy is very funny, and Anand is very funny. So we would just keep laughing and enjoying it. But just it's a very like a personal thing as an actor to deliver your work well. Is like यार हाँ, just remember that इतना lightly मत ले लेना कि
Correct.
हाँ कि आप अपना काम अच्छे से कर पाओ, like in that comedy genre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for you, the fear was, can I land a joke?
Yeah.
Again, can you make people laugh?
Yeah. Because the flip side is that is the thought which you have to take out when you're cracking a joke. You just have to crack a joke, and I don't know. It's if with that thought you can never crack a joke.
Right.
It won't land because you're already thinking about have to make you laugh. And it's a situational comedy, so that also helped me a little bit because what's happening to the characters is not funny for them.
Right. I was going to ask you
Yeah.
that. They are playing it straight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's for them, it's like they don't even know how to react to the situation and what to do in this situation. So that also helped me a little bit because I didn't have to be funny in my life as a Khilchanda.
Right.
Because it was a very serious thing happening, and I was really confused, and I'm really like all over the place that what do I do? So that helped me also, like, a little bit.
Okay, you know what's funny? While I was doing this research, so obviously, you know, the YouTube algo starts throwing up anything to do with you.
Okay.
And one of the YouTube shorts had Katrina talking about the first Karwa Chauth. Okay. And it was very fun because she said, like, you know, she had signed up, I don't know, the moon was supposed to rise at X hour and it didn't rise for like 30 minutes after. And she said she was like just hungry as hell. But she said that you also fasted.
I do.
Right.
Yeah.
So which reminded me of, we've been married a very long time, but in our early days, Vinod thought he was going to make this grand romantic gesture and also fast, right? Because I'm fasting. And by about noon, he's like losing his mind. Can I eat fruit? I was like, you know what? I'm going to lose it. And by the end of the day, we may not be together anymore. So I suggest you eat something. How did you do?
I'm quite okay with that.
Really?
Yeah.
You like...
I can.
You just suck it up and you starve well.
Yeah, because we've gone through diet restrictions and we go through all of that drill.
So being an actor helps.
Yeah. So being an actor helps. But she's like a Google queen. Na? So, moon कितने बजे आएगा? Ask Google. Google ने बोल दिया 8:30. मैंने कहा भाई चांद Google की नहीं सुनता. चांद आएगा जब चांद आएगा. You know? तो Google को थोड़ा पता बादल कहाँ पे आने वाले हैं. तो फिर वो that delay was there and then she's like, it's not come. मैं कहा यार मैं थोड़ा ना बुला रहा हूँ अब आएगा जब आएगा. तो she was completely fine till that time that Google had said. After that she's like no, this is not right.
अब नहीं
हो रहा अब मुझे भूख लग रही है. So yeah.
Well, I'll tell him. Maybe actors are supposed to do this. And you know, the OG, of course, was Raj and Simran.
Yeah.
You know, Raj fasted for Simran in DDNJ.
Exactly.
Yeah, and so that was where it all began, where men
Shahrukh sir ne na.
Bilkul. Tell me what you can about Chaava, because the stuff that's out there is so fascinating. Once again, you know, you're playing a real life character.
Yeah.
The cast, I mean, Akshay Khanna as Aurangzeb.
Yeah.
Like, I'm there first day, first show already. It's just so interesting. What can you tell us?
No, it's a very, very special film. Very special film. And it's really probably the film that's taken the most out of me. Physically, emotionally. It was that kind of a potent film in its drama and emotions and everything. It's a life based on Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj, who's son of Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj. And he's, I don't know what I can say about his life, but as a film, I think I'm extremely excited because it's something that I've never attempted before. It's a period film, but not just that element of it, but just the Shakespearean drama that I got to do in that was just something that I really enjoyed, and I really can't wait to see myself that how it's come across. Yeah,
very exciting. Do we know like when?
Not yet, because they're still in post-production. Rahman Saab
all the shooting is done.
Yeah, all the shooting is done. Rahman Saab is working on the music and the score of the film, and there's a lot of VFX involved. So all of that is happening, but once they get a grip of kind of, okay, how much time they're going to take, I think they will be able to kind of lock a date.
Yeah. Okay, next year is 10 years.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, Masan was what, 2015? Yeah.
10 years.
10 years.
How amazing.
Time flies.
Yeah. And what an amazing journey you've had, Vicky. What have you learned in these years that you think will equip you better for the next?
You know, I used to hear people say this in interviews, but I've now started to understand that you're as good as your last Friday. You know, in terms of just how good you're doing, not how good you are as an actor or that. That's a very personal process that you'll be on, and it's a very personal journey. But यहाँ पे things change every Friday. You know, one Friday will make you reach there, one Friday you're there, and so not to take anything personally in this profession. The curiosity for you, and I'm talking about just the people in the industry.
Yeah.
Your demand, or people being curious about you, excited about you, just changes every Friday. There could be a phase where nobody's excited about you, and just one Friday will change that. Or there's a phase that everybody's excited about you, and one Friday will change that. So just concentrate on your process, keep doing your work and trying to grow in that zone without taking these things personally, because it's all part and parcel.
But was this a hard lesson? Because it's a tough lesson.
No, it was a lesson. It is a lesson. It's not a hard lesson, I'll say, because I feel, to be very honest, I've been very fortunate in this journey so far. I've met some incredible people, got to work with some incredible talent as co-actors, as directors, as producers, and everybody has been very, very supportive and really, really encouraging. So I've been very blessed in that way.
So it's not that the ones that didn't work have really brought you down.
No, not at all. Not at all. वो आज तक कौन हुआ है जिसने सिर्फ हिट ही दिए हैं?
नहीं, कोई नहीं.
वो तो ठीक है. It's
नहीं, वो तो है, but Vicky, it's hard to handle.
100%. 100%. But that's what life is.
Yeah. How long does it take you to recover from a film not doing well or underperforming or not even just reaching where you wanted it to?
No, I don't think I reach at a place where I need to recover from.
अच्छा?
Yeah. It's just कि चल ठीक है, ये वाला नहीं हुआ, and there's always a reason for it. You look back at the film and you're like, हाँ यार ये loopholes थे उस film में, कोई बात नहीं. We tried to do our best, but maybe उतना हम नहीं कर पाए.
So you do a kind of are you able to do a very clinical look at it?
No, but also there's never been a Friday where I've been surprised. In a negative way. I've been very surprised in a positive way. Like for instance, Uri happened and I was very surprised with what happened with the film after that. But negatively, you're always a little aware deep in your heart कि यार it's not a perfect film. इसमें ये है जो जिसमें हो सकता है कि हाँ ये उतना अच्छे से लैंड ना करे and give somebody a high of a great film or whatever.
Yeah.
So वो पता होता है. You just face the truth कि अच्छा यार किस level तक ये approve हुआ है या disapprove हुआ है. That's it.
So it's business as usual.
Kind of. I mean, you get in touch, of course, like I'll chat a lot with my directors, with my team and everything कि यार क्या हो रहा है, चलो कोई नहीं, चलो next time करते हैं, what are you writing next, and क्या हो रहा है, but gotta pick ourselves up and then move forward. The
quicker you move, the better it is.
Yeah, because see, we are all in for the long run. Na? It's a I'm in for a marathon. I'm not in for a short race. Yeah. So for me, it's about I'll keep falling, getting up. There'll be incline, decline, whatever. But that's all part of the whole marathon, long marathon.
Yeah. Well, cannot wait to see you on this marathon. But before we let you go, you've been talking to us for 9 years, Vicky, and we wanted to show you a few of your past interviews.
Really?
Yes. So we put together something.
आपको पता नहीं मैं ना रो दूं. I mean, what was required on the set was just to be completely naked as an actor and just completely surrender when you're there. If I don't do good at my job, no matter how many hashtags I use, no matter how many filters I use, nothing's gonna happen. I got this advice from my dad when I was just starting off. Don't sit at home, don't read books on acting, and don't watch movies and think that it was a productive day as an actor.
My mom only sometimes she's just reading her newspaper and she just watches me going from this room to that room and she's like, star ban gaya tu? And then I'm like, no, my mom can't feel this.
Stardom, वो मेरे लिए जो star थे कि यार, I want to watch that film, forget the film, even if I don't see the trailer, for that person I'm watching that film.
See, मुझे firstly ऐसा लगता है कि middle class values ना वो जा नहीं सकते. Trolling घर पे होती है ना तो आप grounded रहते हो. मुझे internet can't shake me.
So basically, one could say that in a small way, I've had a fairly large hand in helping you craft your skill.
I'm so thrilled to be sitting with my guru over here today.
So lovely.
Oh, sweet. I just realized the first time I ever gave an interview in my life was you.
Yeah.
The first time I ever have had a conversation with my wife was because of you. It's just too monumental, man. It's just.
So can I say I've had a great part in your journey?
I've just realized that professionally, personally, how impactful you've been in my life. Like how,
That's so sweet.
what your contribution has been. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Thank
please.
you.
Not at all. Thank
Really,
you.
my God.
This was so sweet. Thank
Can I have
you,
this
Vicky.
video later? It's so
Of
sweet.
course you can.
And ma'am, thank you for everything that you've given to all of us through Film Companion.
Thank you.
And really, I think there's so many I'll count myself as one of them, as those cinephiles who have experienced cinema through Film Companion and through you. So thank you for everything that you've done through Film Companion.
And there will be much more many miles to go.
100%.
A marathon for you and me.
Together.
Thank you.